and it was innovated by Style Elements. And stacking is a very kind of like common thing used in today's competitions and worldwide by many b-boys. And that is like when you do freezes on very like on a slower level. Okay, if you watch like back in the day, a lot of us used to kind of like stack, boom, boom, freeze, boom, 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 freeze. You know, but it's like when you're doing it more to like the rhythm of the drum. It's more like the snare. So when you do hand hops, it's over there. Okay, hand hops is kind of like a variation of that. It's very like boom, boom. Okay, so there was other b-boys that were using what we call what I learned as freeze framing. And freeze frames are faster. They're very they were Ken Swift and like Zulu Gunner and a few other people. They used to do them, but in their footwork. A lot of people today still do it in their footwork. It's very like it's very fast, like freezes. It's kind of like you're taking pictures, and each step you take is like boom, boom, boom. But it has more rhythm to it, right? So this is like the first steps of freeze frames, right? Back in the late 80s, I think. Then you had people like mine who started doing them in their chairs. They would be like boom, 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 boom. Like it was very fast. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened is it started evolving into the more air. We started doing it faster, but in our hand positions, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the difference is. Like a freeze frame, for example, like I showed you guys, when you're stacking, it's very like, it's kind of like you leave the ground and it has like a bounce, right? Freeze frames is more rhythmic. Your body is like moving in position. Boom. It's like your hand never leaves the ground, but you're still trying to move quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like your body still stays in rhythm, like when you're dancing on top, it's like you're boom. Like you're doing certain steps. It's the same thing when you're freezing, you gotta move fast. And that's what freeze frames is, that's the difference. A freeze frame, like for example, this one, it'd be like, freeze, this is a stack. It's like you're going each freeze at a time. A freeze frame would be this, freeze, freeze, freeze. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I fell, but it'd be like very quick freezes, you know what I'm saying? Same here, it'd be like freeze, 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 right?
Oh my God.
But not to do it in a freeze frame form, it'd be like freeze, 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 freeze. So it's like you gotta learn how to like speed up your freezes. They become steps instead of actual freezes. So that's the difference in freeze frames and stacks. Okay, I just want to explain that. Another thing, the freeze also, don't forget, freezes are very important in breaking because a lot of the time it's kind of like the defining moment in battles. Like, say two guys are battling and like a guy does an ill power round, right? The next guy comes out, say he just gets up and is like, what? No freeze, right? The other guy comes out and does an L power round almost as equal as his, but he freezes really sharp in the guy's face. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to remember more? The guy that just got up and walked out, or the guy that froze on your face and stuck the shit out of freeze? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why freezes are important in breaking. People sometimes tend to forget that. And more lately I've been seeing that people just get up, walk out, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it completes your whole round. It's like the exclamation point of your run. A freeze always defines your whole combination. You're flowing. It's kind of like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like you spit a whole rhyme with the punchline. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like you're flowing very well, but then you finish your rhyme correctly. It's the same thing when you move, when you're breaking. It's like you're flowing very ill, but sometimes if you don't have that exclamation, it's almost like you left it unfinished. You know what I mean? So remember, you gotta remember to continue to add your freezes in there. You know what I'm saying? Very important. And also one thing that helps me is that I think it will say you say like me and you are like playing around with freezes, right? And you come up with a really dope freeze, but we're not necessarily transitioning yet. What happens is you have to develop a transition into the freeze, so you can use that move now. Okay, so if you come up with a dope freeze in your head and you're just trying it. And then like you're like, oh, that's dope. Okay, now you got to think of a way to get into that freeze and out of the freeze, so you can develop it in a battle form. You know what I'm saying? Also, when you're battling and using freezes, when you freeze at your opponent, it counts more than when you freeze at your own crew. All right? Just so when you guys are judging, or if you guys ever judge battles, somebody freezing somebody's face, that's better than somebody freezing facing the other way. All right? All your moves when you battle are supposed to be targeted at your opponents. And that's what I mean, like, you gotta pay attention to that. You guys gotta remember that when you're battling somebody, it's like if you're at them, you're going at them, you're not half-assing, you're kind of looking sometimes, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure you're like, yo, what's up, let's go. So you're giving it to them, you know what I mean? All right, any questions?
People?
It's almost over. You guys got any questions, battle things, anything?
Hello.
Yeah, you're freestyling more. It's not so, you're not so like, kind of like in the order, you know what I'm saying? Because when you stack, it's always like, oh, it's kind of like you make a setup with stacks, and when you freestyle, you're more like loose, you're moving faster, so you can like create whatever you want in the moment. It's more adaptable to freestyle.
What kept you motivated in the beginning when you first started?
For me, it was just, it was new. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was like, it wasn't common for you to see like a lot of b-boys where I was from. It was like kind of like a secluded thing. So like, anytime I saw it, it was like, it's just motivating. It's something that I related to. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys relate to it, and that's why you do it. For me, it was just a relation thing, and the people that did it were like my friends. It was like, that's something that we had more in connection. You know, everybody around you motivates you, and always for me, what motivated me the most is battle. Straight, just battle. It doesn't matter who it was. Be like, oh, you bring this battle. You know what I'm saying? Before it was like that, you go to like a wedding or like a house party, and some dude break from another town, you go around and be like, all right, let's battle. You know, and it wasn't like to be like, oh, you know, this and that. It was you were really kind of testing your skills. And that guy might have a move that you didn't have, and you might learn something from it, you know? Like a lot of b-boys today, they kind of stay away from somebody better than them because they don't want to get mismatched. You know, like they're kind of like b-boys today, sometimes I see they master a style, and they don't want to battle somebody with a different style because it's kind of like, oh, we don't match, you know, my style's special, but it's kind of like, he might have one move that you don't have that's going to help you get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was before. Like, it didn't matter if you were footwork head and somebody was a power head, you guys would go at it in variety, you know what I'm saying? He would do a flare, he would do a CC. He would do a 90, he would do a head freeze. He would do an elbow spin, he would do a jet freeze. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go back and forth moves, but then maybe you're like, all right, fuck that, I can do that too. And you throw something that you've never thrown out. And the whole thing is about learning. So don't categorize yourselves, because if you categorize yourself, you're limiting yourself to your skill. You don't want to be one-dimensional and just be like, oh, I can only do medical forward. But then when you get into a battle with somebody that's very well-rounded, you get burnt, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, don't limit yourself. That's one thing that I see a lot today. I'm just giving you guys like pointers on my view on the scene today, like the way I see breaking, the way I came up. So that's what I'm talking about. Right? So you guys got any more questions you guys want to ask?
Yeah. How did you or do you train your pieces to make them sharp and consistent?
Going from levels, like I showed you, like just basically with that the last drill that we just did. That was an example of something, but it would be more like you going from here to here to here to here. It's like just practicing falling. Like when you practice falling in different positions, you develop strength. You start learning how to catch yourself. Once you do that, you want to learn how to stop yourself for like a couple of seconds at a time too. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you start having control with your body, and that's what control is. That's part of foundation. People sometimes think that foundation is just footwork and just that, but foundation is also having control of your body. Like a lot of cats don't have control of their body. Sometimes some people try to do a chair, they're kind of like struggling. It's not supposed to be like that. It should be like sharp freezes. Just the same way that you move with your footwork and it's sharp and precise and fast, the same way that you gotta be with your freezes. You can't stagger them. You can't be jittery. They gotta be sharp. You know? That's for me. That's what worked. It was going through levels of freezes. Be like chair here, right, baby, boom. It would just help. Like this is an example. Like from here, there, baby, hand, down, here, up, down again, forearm, stop, there, baby.
Oh my God.